I mean, right now, I focus on things that are AI driven, artificial intelligence driven, whether it's machine learning, deep learning neural networks, medical applications. But within AI, AI is a buzzword that everybody's using right now. You know, and to that point, you know, we as old guys, we go back and it's like 1995, we talk about the internet. And I would say to people back in 1995, look, if you don't understand the internet, you're not going to be able to do business. And now that's just blocking and tackling. It seems obvious. Back then it wasn't, right? I could even take you further back to my first company. You know, what we did, it was a company called Micro Solutions, and we did local area networks and wide area networks. And I used to walk into companies and say, you're going to have to hook these PCs together at some point. That'll make you more productive, more effective, you know, give you a competitive advantage. And people were like, nah, I just carry this floppy from this PC to that PC. Yeah, okay. But today, we're at the same type of inflection point with artificial intelligence. You don't have to be an expert and be able to put together your own neural network. You know, you don't have to know what weights and biases are. But you have to have more than just a cursory understanding. Just like you have to know the difference between, you know, different types of websites, and you have to understand e-commerce if you're in e-commerce. You have to have a cursory understanding of how apps work. You're going to have at least, if not more, cursory understanding of artificial intelligence, because it will change everything we do. And if the internet was 10x in terms of change to business, artificial intelligence will be 100x or more. Now, why does it change so much? And why is it happening now? The reason it's happening now is over the last few years, there's something called GPUs, which are just processors, right? Just like Intel CPUs, these are specific function GPUs. GPUs from NVIDIA, AMD, and others, their performance has skyrocketed over the last few years. They process information, or information can be processed so much more quickly. Things that used to take 500 hours 5 years ago for artificial intelligence purposes now can take 30 minutes or less, and it's going to get faster and faster. So that's why now, that's what changed. Now, what does artificial intelligence mean, and how does it impact your business? In the past, you'd put together a little business plan, and you put together a spreadsheet, and then you'd figure it out, what's the number I have to get to, right? And you do what if, what if, what if. What if, what if, what if. What if, what if, what if. And you might even have 2 or 3 people working with you, or I'll sit and talk with Bert, and it'd be like, well, try something different, and you get the benefit of 2 people, or 3 people, or 5 people throwing ideas at you to say, what if this? And so that's good, but with artificial intelligence, not only does it take the what ifs that you enter in and create, and the things that you label, but it can figure out every possible what if combination. Now think about that. So with machine learning, if I want to know if something is going to be true or false, or has a great probability of this happening or that happening, or can I categorize it this way or that way? Is it going to make money, lose money? If you can have every possible what if scenario thought through for you, that'd be a good thing, right? That's what machine learning is starting to do for businesses now. Now take it even further. When you put together that spreadsheet and you're trying to think of all the different combinations, you couldn't come up with every variable. There are going to be all kinds of things you left out of your spreadsheet that you want to go what if about. What neural networks do, or deep learning, if you want to call it that, probably more apt, it starts coming up with more variables that you didn't think of. And then it starts generalizing, not only are there these variables that you didn't think of, but there's all these other things you didn't think of either, and I'm going to give you some ideas how they can impact your business. It's crazy how fast it can go through all these iterations and come back with information you never even considered before. That's why it's going to change business. And it's a simple example to apply it within a spreadsheet realm or a financial realm, but the types of things with video, computer vision, and creating new ideas and new opportunities. I invested in a company called Genetesis. And it's a medical AI-based company, and what it does, every organ in your body emits an electrical signal. And there are sensors now that can pick up that little tiny electrical signal. And there's one that these guys licensed actually, exclusively, that picks up that electrical signal from your heart. and they take the output, they pick up that signal, just there, and then picks it up. Then it saves it to an old school WAV file, right? Just an audio file. But then it runs it through a neural network, and because it's done it so many times now, it can tell you, so right now, any one of 5 ailments that you may have, heart ailments that you may have, with about a 98% accuracy, which is far better than any cardiologist or any doctor could ever do. That's just the start. That's just one example. These are the things we're going to see within every industry. Finance, medical, I know Bert, you're active in it. There's not an industry that's not going to be impacted. Your business is going to be impacted. I don't have to guess, I'm going to tell you. With 100% certainty, your business is going to be impacted. It's going to impact the workforce and jobs, right? On one hand, it'll create jobs. I was talking to some of our guys, Car 360. You know, there's going to be a need to label things, label pictures, label actions, so that if I'm trying to, do a neural network that deals with things that hold water, I need somebody to label this as a bottle that holds water, but I need somebody also to label a picture of 2 hands together, because this also is a water receptacle, right? And so there's going to be jobs of people that just sitting in big rooms like this with a laptop just labeling pictures all day long, making $12 an hour. But on the flip side, anything that involves putting data into a database, or looking at that data in that database, or scheduling because of call-ins or data from a database, those jobs are gone, right? Absolutely gone. And so the person that takes a call to schedule a car to go visit, to go fix your muffler, right? Or to come pick up your car to go take it in the shop, gone. Over the next 5 years, gone. So there's going to be a disruption and change in the types of jobs. That's going to impact your customers. That's going to impact your businesses. That's going to impact the future of business. And so I don't want to be, I want to be as clear and as forceful as I possibly can, because as fellow entrepreneurs, we always have to try to look for an edge. We always have to understand how our industry is changing. We always have to understand not only how we differentiate ourselves in our companies, but I always want to know who can kick my ass, right? In all of my businesses, who can kick my ass, and can I kick my own ass first? Because if you can disrupt yourself first, the person who could otherwise do it is not going to do it, and you can compete and be successful. So pay attention to AI, it's important. I mean, look, if you go to my house, right next to my bed, there's a book, Machine Learning for Dummies. If you go into my bathroom, there's deep neural networks for dummies, right? If you go in, there's a something for dummies in every room of my house, It can go 2 ways, I know, but I'm just telling you, put the time. I mean, I've taken, I can't even tell you how many hours now I spend every week, if not daily, working. Like, I'll go onto Amazon, AWS, and go through their machine learning tutorials. Don't think to yourself, I'm not technical enough, or I'm not going to get this, or I don't get into this, or it's too much. Try it. Get as far as you can, because it's like doing a basic website and a little bit of HTML. Just having done that, you feel smarter and you feel a little bit more confident about this. I don't want to be an alarmist, but I'm trying to scare the hell out of you because it's important.